Dope boy. Yeah.
It looks something like this.
What's going up, everybody? It's Sheeny the Great back for another video, and today I'm going to do something pretty fun. I actually went to Jerry's Artarama for the first time in my entire life. Like the actual physical store. I've never been before, and there's one that's not even that far from me. So I went, and I've been looking forward to this for literally years. Literally, because I found out it was there like, I'm going to say like 3 or 4 years ago, and I haven't gone. So today I finally went. I probably put a little clip in the beginning of this video of me like walking through the store. I was kind of sketched out to like film in public, so it was like low-key. But yeah, we're gonna do an unboxing. I actually went quite a while ago, so I don't even remember what I bought, but this is the bag I got. A bunch of shit, and yeah, so I definitely went in there with like no budget and just started grabbing shit. I'm surprised I only ended up with one box. So I'm gonna go ahead and open everything up for y'all and show y'all, and then we'll kind of get in a close-up and like draw some stuff or use the supplies out. But yeah, I literally don't know what I got, so let's just go for it. Okay. Got a sketchbook because I needed one of those. 47 is just not enough. I had to go for 48 sketchbooks, so I got one. And this is the Soho Urban Sketchbook in gray. I think I got this for like something crazy like $3 or something. So even though I didn't need one, I kind of picked it up because it was like toned gray and it was cheap. I should use a knife. I bought a knife at Jerry's, but I gave it to someone. So I know it's Corona season, but I gotta do it. Oh no, I got it. I was gonna bite it, but yeah. Woo! All right, starting off great. All right, so it's pretty thick. It's a 5.6 by 8.26, 120 pages of 65-pound paper. And yeah, this is what it looks like on the inside. Just gray paper. It is pretty thin, like drawing paper. It's not for wet media or anything like that. 120 pages, I think. So if you double up, that's like 240. But it's the binding is really cool because you just see the binding, like there's no, it doesn't look like there's a cover. Like it looks like they made some signatures and did some kind of, I don't know what kind of binding style this is, and then put some glue on it, but no like cover. So it lays flat other than the piece of paper that's sticking up. But like if you were to work on a page, it would lay pretty damn flat. So there's the threads on the inside. I don't know if you can see that. But I've started using a few toned sketchbooks, and I like the way they look for real. So I definitely recommend them if you haven't, if all you've ever drawn on is white paper, try some gray or some tan, or even some like neutral colors if you're using like pastels or something. So that'll be fun to use. This is going to take me freaking forever to fill up, I promise. Let's see. Ooh, 6x8 gesso panels. There's 3 of them in there. I'm excited for this because I have a fuck ton of canvas, okay? Not only do I have 48 sketchbooks now, I don't know how many I have a lot, But I also have like a huge, like, huge piece of canvas that I can cut up. Like, I'm talking like several yards of canvas. And like shitty store-bought canvases. This whole entire cube right here is full of teeny tiny canvases. I've got bigger ones. I've got a lot of canvas, but after I use all that up, I definitely want to start experimenting with panels more, because I've used a couple, but it's much more affordable, and I feel like more durable too, because canvases get dented. So they're just a thin panel. They already have the gesso on it. They are primed. They're each individually wrapped. I wonder like if they're the same texture on each side. I'm going to go ahead and open one up and see like if one side is smoother or rougher. And I think that was like the Da Vinci brand dual-sided pro panel. So they are double-sided. One side is ultra smooth and one side is medium textured. And they are a 1/4 inch thick. So this is the textured side and this is the smooth side. Ooh, depending on what I'm using, I'll probably use a different side. For painting, I'll probably go and use the smooth, just because when I make my own canvases, I really, really like it nice and smooth. But if you were to use like oil pastel or something, the texture side. But I'll probably use the smooth side. That's cool though. They feel good quality. And they're gessoed all the way around, so you don't have like a raw edge. So three panels. Let's see what else. Alright, I got some Soho Midnight Compressed Charcoal Squares. So, I used charcoal, of course, when I was in art school. That's like all we flippin' used. And since then, I've only used it a couple times. I actually did a video, my last video, I did a draw and chat with me, where it's an unedited, long-ass video, where I just played around with all the charcoal I have. But I bought a bunch of compressed charcoal because I want to try something out. And I don't know if I want to spoil it yet or not, so just check out in the future. But I'm going to use charcoal like I've never used it before. And I don't think a lot of people have heard of this method. I'm sure someone has, like, some people have heard of it. But I had only heard of it recently. And I want to try it out. And I'm going to go through a lot of charcoal. So that's why I picked this up. And you have to use compressed charcoal. So there's 12 sticks. And let's see. I'm assuming there's different, like, hardnesses. It doesn't say anything. The packaging's pretty, like, flimsy. It's not like a reusable box. You would definitely dump this into another container, but I think this was fairly affordable for all the charcoal. So the Soho brand, I believe, is Jerry's, like, one of their house brands. So everything's pretty affordable. So pick that up. I'm pretty sure I did try to, like, even though I didn't have a budget, I think I tried to pick out some stuff that was on sale, just because, like, that's what Jerry's is known for. So then I got, super black 8-piece fine line set. They're waterproof and permanent. I just needed some more. I'm not a fan of the microns. I've used microns for years, and at first I really liked them, but I feel like some of the pens I didn't use that much, and the nibs get really messed up really easily. Like, the nibs are so delicate, and I bought like a 20-pack of fine liners on Amazon for $10, and it's suited me better than the microns. So I just picked up some more fine liners, 8 pieces, different thicknesses with a brush nib in there. So I just wanted to pick one up. I've been wanting that for a while. Alright, I'm gonna hold off on this. It says Turner Artist Watercolor, but they just used the box to put something else in. But I know what this is, and this is probably one of my most exciting things that I've purchased. So I'm gonna set this aside for now, and we'll do that last. I got some tube twisters for my paints to get all the paint out. They had some more heavy duty ones, like the actual metal ones, but just to try it out, I wanted to get some of the smaller ones so I can use up all the paint. And alright, that's it. So I guess I didn't have to wait that long for that little box. But I did get a VIP card so that I can save money when I shop. So that's cool. I didn't even know they had that. So shouts out to the cashier. I'm sure she probably got some kudos for signing people up for those. Also, I got a new tattoo. What's up? All right. Are you ready, guys? This is like my most exciting thing. I feel like I didn't get that much, but I paid like fucking $70 for all this shit. Well, mostly because of these, probably. Check that out, bruh. Bruh. These are the Sennelier Oil Pastels. They are Sennelier artist grade oil pastels, And these are the smaller ones, like the kind of normal size pastel that you would typically use. They have ones that are like fucking like dry erase marker thick. So they have some big ass ones, but even these are like expensive. So I got, let's see what I got. What colors I got. It says number 216 on it. I don't know if that's the color name. And this one says 135. So I think this one is like a yellow ochre color. I remember asking for that. And then this one I thought was like an Indian red, and I grabbed it because they had the Sennelier Oil Pastels locked up behind the cashier. So like I just had to like quickly look for them because like it was kind of awkward being like up in the cashier space like that. And she was already checking me out, so it was like an impulse buy. So she was like trying to rush to check me out, and I was like still shopping. So I thought this was Indian red. However, this is like iridescent, so it's like a sparkly red. Like I didn't know I was getting that until I like gave it to her, and then I was like, oh, well, whatever, we're getting it now. So real quick, I forgot one thing, and I knew I was gonna forget it because I didn't have it with the other stuff because it's too big. But I got some stretcher bars. These are 48 inches. It's a pair of stretcher bars. And I got some that are 36. So I can make one canvas with these. That's 36 by 48 with all the canvas that I have that I was talking about earlier. So I'm going to do a video in the future where I'm just priming a bunch of canvases. And then I'll stretch and prime the 36 by 48 canvas, which is the biggest canvas I've ever used. And I'll do a video about that. So yeah. Now for the testing out products. This is what I'm going to use first. I'm going to use the panel next with some painting. But first, let's just play around with these items and see how they work out. Alright, so this is the charcoal. I checked the package. I thought maybe it might come with different hardnesses, but it's all the same, which is fine for what I'm about to use it for in the next video or in a future video when I use this in a very interesting way. It doesn't really matter how hard or soft it is. So first I'm just going to play around with that in the Soho Urban Sketchbook, and this is the gray one like I said. It's got a lot of pages in it, that's for sure, and I like that the pages are toned. So let's just see how this works out on the paper. Pretty standard for compressed charcoal. This is kind of dusty. So if I took an eraser to this dust would probably erase, but the lines would stay there, which is not really typical of compressed. Compressed is usually really, really hard to get rid of. But it does seem pretty standard, nice and messy as you can tell. So if I close it, it's probably going to transfer onto the other page. So if I do some drawings, it might be good with charcoal in here or any kind of pastel. It might be good to go ahead and spray it down. I can tell, yeah, it's on the cover a little bit, but I can tell that if I kept going, it would definitely get on the cover. But now I want to check the Super Black Ultimate Fine Line Drawing Set. So this has 0.20 millimeters, 0.25, 0.30, 0.35, 0.45. You guessed it, 0.50, 1 millimeter, and a brush nib. So I specifically got the waterproof kind because I like to do watercolor, and I would like to be able to outline and then paint on top of it without it smudging. All right. I'm just gonna go in a random order. They feel really good quality. They don't feel like the Amazon ones I got. I really like them, but they do feel cheap. This is 0.25. A lot of fine nibs. 0.45. This one's really, really fine. Going fast, it does kind of skip, but that's pretty typical of a very thin liner. So let's try to do slowly. Feels pretty good. Point 0.5. This is typically what I would use, is a 0.5 or a 0.3. So I like a nice thick liner. This is a good size. I like it better than the 0.3. This is pretty much like a marker if you had to cover a large space. And the brush nib. So a lot of people like these because you can get really thin or really thick lines. I like it, but it does have less control, so I gotta practice with it. But one thing I could tell off these liners right off the bat is that they're really not black, which kind of sucks. I want it black, but it's okay. I do like the variety, and we'll see how they work out, if they hold up better than the microns. Now let's test out my favorite part, the oil pastels. So they put them in this nice little box for me so that they don't get squished. We've got Sennelier. It is, I said the color number 216, which is kind of like a yellow ochre looking color. And then 135, which is like a shiny red color. So let's see how they work. I might get some different paper out to really test it on, but let's try it on this first. Ooh, it feels like lipstick. It feels so good. Oh my god, that is so creamy. I'm gonna get some different paper. Alright, this is the Canson Me Tiens paper. And it's a little bit better for pastels, so let's see. Oh yeah. It's just so soft, which I like. Some people might not like that. Because this will, like I can tell, get used up really fast because it is so soft. It's going to wear out really fast. I'm okay with that because I knew that going in. But some people prefer a harder pastel. I definitely like a softer one. People say that softer pastels you kind of use after the hard ones because they will fill up the tooth of the paper, which you can see here. But I really like that. I don't think I'm going to do a full drawing with these yet. I'm going to obviously have to use some other oil pastels because I only have these two colors. But I'll do that in a future oil pastel drawing video. But for this video, I do want to go ahead and do a little painting. So I'm going to try out one of those panels and do a small painting for you guys. And I'll probably time-lapse that. So I hope you enjoy. And I hope you enjoy this unboxing. And if you did, please leave a like. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Boy. Yeah.
It looks something like this.
Yeah.